Hi guys, for today's video I'm going to share everything that I wanted to recommend for today, October 4th, October 5th, and October 6th. So starting off with today, October 4th, I wanted to start off by recommending you guys a NoSleep podcast episode, and that episode is from season 11, episode 3. Serenity chose that episode because I was hearing it and it creeped her out. Before I forget to mention, if you hear any noises in the background, that's Serenity. Today's Tales from the Darkside episode that I wanted to recommend is from season 4, episode 4, and the episode is called The Moth. And that episode is about a fatally wounded girl, played by Debbie Harry, asks her mother to help her return from the dead. And if you don't know who Debbie Harry is, she's a famous singer from the band Blondie. And I honestly enjoyed this episode because I wasn't expecting her to be in any episode. And today's movie that I wanted to recommend is Tales from the Darkside, the movie. And this movie has, I believe, 3 different stories involved in it. And there's a lot of famous people in it, like Christian Slater and Debbie Harry, she's in the movie too. And also Steve Buscemi and a couple of other actors and actresses that I can't think of right now. And before I forget, here's the movie poster for Tales from the Darkside, the movie. Okay, so for now, October 5th, I wanted to recommend another episode from the NoSleep podcast, and that episode is from season 8, episode 8. The episode that I wanted to recommend you guys from Tales from the Darkside is season 1, episode 5, and that episode is called The Odds. The Odds is about a bookie bets against his own life with a gambler returned from the dead. And one thing I have to say about this episode is that it's very suspenseful from beginning to end, especially the end. It's very suspenseful, especially when the bookie bets against his own life. I was thinking, man, even I wouldn't bet my life on anything because that's just taking it way too far for me. Hi, so now I have a visitor. And this is Serenity, if you guys don't know who she is. That's my cousin. And for October 5th, the movie that I wanted to recommend you guys is the movie 13 Ghosts. And I remember I saw this movie a couple years ago when I was sick, and I absolutely love it. This movie is very gruesome and very disturbing, especially if you see it in the dark or when it's raining. Especially when it's raining, it's very creepy, and a lot of the jump scares really scared me, and so did the characters because they look so nasty and disgusting and scary. I mean, for me, Serenity has never seen this movie, at least I don't think. Have you seen it? No. And I almost forgot to show you guys the movie poster for 13 Ghosts. And as you can see, some of those characters look so disturbing and, for me, so very creepy. Okay, so for the last day, October 6th, I wanted to recommend you guys another episode from the NoSleep podcast. And the episode that I wanted to recommend is from season 9, episode 6. Okay, so another episode that I wanted to recommend from Tales from the Darkside is season 2, episode 7. And that episode is called The Devil's Advocate. And this episode is about a radio talk show host played by Jerry Stiller has a reason to worry when he receives a string of eerie phone calls. Okay, so if you don't know who Jerry Stiller is, he is the father of Ben Stiller, another famous actor. And Jerry Stiller has a character on Seinfeld, and his character is always saying "Serenity now." So one thing I want to say about this episode is that his character is such a dick. Sorry for my language, but he is. Like, he's such a rude person. And, like, I don't even know. Like, when I was seeing this episode, all I kept thinking is he's such a rude, disgusting, mean old man. Okay, so for October 6th, the movie that I wanted to recommend is April Fool's Day. And about 5 or 6 years ago, this movie was on Netflix, and that's how I first saw the movie. April Fool's Day is such a freaking awesome movie because when I was seeing it, I didn't know what was going to happen next, you know, especially the ending. The ending is what got me to love that movie even more because the ending was just so insane and mind-blowing for me because I had no idea that it was gonna end the way that it ended. I was so close to recording that. Okay, so Anyway, that's it for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. And in the description box below, I would link all the NoSleep podcast episodes, all the trailers, and anything else. Again, I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and let me know if you guys have any comments or recommendations of horror movies that you guys want me to check out. And I'll see you guys next time.